Today on WSRH Extra, we'll see the do's and don'ts for Valentine's Day.
Also, we have an inside look on Hot Shots Paintball.
Plus, our drama department is making an impact here at the Ridge about bullying.
WSRH Extra starts now.
They're competing for.
Since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, Alexis, have you ever been on a date that was just horrible?
Unfortunately, I have, but WSRH Extra reporter Amber Pelicone is here to give you some tips on what not to do.
Amber, what do you think would be the nastiest thing someone could do on a Valentine's date would be?
I'm not sure. There's definitely a lot of disgusting things a person could do. Let's go ask some Seminole Ridge students.
To blow your nose at the dinner table, that's really disgusting. I might punch you.
I think it'd be really weird if somebody brought a pet with them.
Something nasty that a guy would do on a Valentine's date would be slurping their spaghetti.
If he farted and then wafted it in your general direction.
If he tried to pick off my plate.
Are you gonna finish that?
That would disgust me.
Have food in their teeth the whole entire date.
Something I would hate is if she rushed me.
Are you almost done?
It would be very nasty if she ate with her hands.
Man, Amber, those are some nasty things.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. Seminole Ridge, please don't try these things on your Valentine's date.
For WSRH Extra, I'm Mikey Loizo.
And I'm Amber Pelicone.
Christina, you know that over $13 billion is spent worldwide on Valentine's Day?
Well, I know my boyfriend isn't spending that much money on me. Let's go to WSRH Extra reporter Alex Willingham to find out what people will be spending their money on this Valentine's Day.
From teddy bears to flowers, we asked what students and teachers want for Valentine's Day.
Some alone time with my husband.
A new girlfriend. For Valentine's Day, a new car.
Giant teddy bear.
That's it? Nothing else?
No, nothing else. Just a giant teddy bear. That's all I want.
Some candy. A big old kiss. Love.
A big stuffed teddy bear.
A bear.
I want a hug.
I want Taylor Lautner. Hopefully he comes to me, Yeah.
I guess I want a flower.
Candy. A big teddy bear.
Her.
What would you like for Valentine's Day?
Him.
A box full of chocolates.
Some hope for a gift other than chocolate.
But I'll tell you what, I want Valentine's Day to be a happy holiday for everyone. I hope that the realization of love in your life is complete. Maybe on that day, that'll be good.
I know who I'm going to be giving these to this Valentine's Day. For WSRH Extra, I'm Alex Willingham.
After high school, you have a lot of choices.
You can either join the workforce, go to college, or join the military.
Some Seminole Ridge students plan to serve our country. Let's go to WSRH Extra reporter Rebecca Wise to see who those students are.
Going to school is already a difficult task, but can you imagine going to school and being a member of the United States military? We talked to two students who argue that joining the armed forces not only made them a better person, but also more respectful.
It changes you as a person, really. Like, I used to not really care about things like that, but then, once you take considering the fact that you might do something like that for your life, you end up liking it.
Ruben Catalini is a student here at Seminole Ridge that has come back from Army boot camp and is finishing his senior year.
It was challenging at first, but then as I worked through it, it got easier and easier, and then, it's something you end up liking to do after a while. You don't like it at first, but you end up liking it.
We also talked to another student here at Seminole Ridge, Aiden Berlingeri, who has yet to venture into his first day at Marine Corps boot camp.
Honestly, nervous. Really nervous. Because boot camp, everyone says boot camps for the Marine Corps is difficult, but I'm more challenged than nervous and excited.
Although joining the military is an angelic act, these boys weren't always angels in school. We talked to a few of their teachers, and what they said was no less than surprising.
Aiden was a little bit of a challenge in class. He's one of these guys that, you know, attempted to entertain everyone with shouted out comments. Yep, it was challenging. I think it has been a very sobering idea to him. Not terribly, you know, in terms of sad, but I think that the reality of entering an organization like the Marines, which has a very, very serious task before them, has made him think about, you know, being a more serious person on a daily basis.
I had Ruben in my class in my 6th hour starting August of 2014. In the beginning, he did pretty well, but then when the second 9 weeks rolled around, unfortunately, I saw a little less of him, so I don't know exactly what he was up to. But at some point, he started showing up and doing his work and really getting it together. I will say, though, for the most part, he was usually respectful, but it was really the attendance and sometimes his cell phone use that was a problem. He did start to improve in terms of getting his work done and mostly realizing the responsibilities that he had and that he needed the class to graduate. So I think realizing how dedicated he needed to be was a change.
Good. We are so proud of our boys for enlisting into the armed forces. Thank you for being so brave in serving our country. For WSRH Extra, I'm Elizabeth Burke.
Each year, 2.7 million students are bullied and over 4,400 commit suicide as a result of bullying. Seminole Ridge Drama Department presented a play, Weight of Words, to show the reality of this serious issue. Let's go to WSRH Extra reporter Kelly Matthews, who has the story.
Fears what it cannot understand, and in that lack of understanding, they set out to annihilate what they fear.
It's interesting to see when people come in, they come joking and, you know, goofing around, and then eventually that stops and people, it's like, sometimes they reflect. The funny thing is, they might not take it seriously at first, but by the end of the play, through the talkback session especially, they get something out of it. They find out that, oh wow, there's people out there like that, or maybe, you know what, I'm being bullied by people, or you know what, or I'm bullying someone else. I can't believe that's happening. And so it's like people take a little bit of a step back and kind of think about what they're doing.
Seminole Ridge was one of the 4 schools that performed the anti-bullying musical The Weight of Words, which has left a huge impact on those who have watched it. The play has been performed every other day during Seminole Ridge's 4th period classes and was seen by an overwhelming number of students and faculty.
Overall, we've probably had about 1,200, which is a lot, which is a majority part of the school, which is wonderful. And we're trying to get everyone to see it, and then we're trying to see other schools to see it.
To destroy or to save, you have the power.
The lead in the musical, senior Sophia Ramos, played a character that she connected very well with.
I feel like playing this character and also being gay made the character better. Like I knew, I felt what the character was feeling, you know? Like I know how being bullied that way feels, and I know like how it feels to get those words like thrown at you. And I feel like being able to have that standpoint, I made the character better as a whole.
Punishment.
Junior drama student Kelsey Brown says she faced some difficulties with bullying Sophia throughout the play.
At first, it was a little bit hard because Sophia's my friend and I didn't want to say like, you know, hurtful things to her. And I mean, when you do get bullied, you don't want someone else to feel the same way that you did. But, you know, in the end, it's acting and you kind of have to like do the best you can.
Seminole Ridge has the Safe School Ambassadors Club, which offers help to students facing problems like the ones they saw in the play. Mr. Lee also has recommendations for other programs that can help our students or those at other schools.
There's also websites, the Trevor Project, there's 211. All those are like hotlines that you can contact that give you anonymity if you want, to help you kind of work through those issues and then lead you in the right direction.
We hope the students here at Seminole Ridge walk away with a new perspective on how bullying can affect others. For WSRH Extra, I'm Kelly Matthews.
Have you ever wondered how much it is to spend a day at Hot Shots?
Well, WSRH Extra reporter Nick Seltzer gives us an inside look on hot shots here in the Anchorage.
Every weekend, Hot Shots Paintball in Loxahatchee becomes a battlefield for hundreds of players, with skill levels ranging from novices to veterans, who call this place a second home. Here at Hot Shots, you can play in the woods, with 30 players on either team, with cars, woods, and wooden structures to hide behind. Or you can play speedball with a much smaller course made up of inflatable bunkers with 5 players on either team. But why play paintball to begin with when there are so many other things to do over the weekend?
You can come out here, you can incorporate as many friends as you want out here. You can have anywhere from 5 to 20 people and still have just as much fun. I mean, there's no limit on how many people can come out here and do it with you, so it's pretty awesome.
Paintball is actually a really interesting sport because you get not only a really good physical interaction, running around and shooting and trying to plan and be a little bit more active, but you also get a really good camaraderie around the people that you're playing with.
When you rent equipment from Hot Shots, you could spend as little as $45 a day for all your equipment. But if you're a veteran player, you could spend up to $800 or more on gear alone, plus paint for the day, equaling over $850. Some people may think that paintball is a dangerous and expensive sport, with paintballs moving at 270 feet per second, with over 10 paintballs a second coming from each gun. But if you follow the rules and wear the right safety equipment, paintball becomes a very safe sport.
Our rental packages are 2, 3, 4 hour and all day packages. The 2-hour rental package is a $25 per person fee. It includes the gun, the mask, the field fee, unlimited air for the gun, and 200 paintballs. So that's everything you need to be out in the field playing. We provide for that $25.
We ask that all of our patrons do, and all of our employees do, is follow our 2 main safety rules at all times. Okay? First one is that when you're in the safety area, you keep your barrel stock on your gun. You'll see the orange covers going around here. Those things are the only physical barrier between a 200-mile-an-hour paintball and somebody's eye getting shot out here in the safety area. The other rule, which is most important beyond those black nets, is that you must keep your full face mask on.
Most people who play paintball, no matter what age they are their first time, are willing, most of the time eager, to play again.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's my son's birthday, so shooting him has been great.
So far, yeah. One of the guys was hidden behind one of the blockers out there, and when he didn't know I was coming up on him, and when he had his leg stuck out, I shot him in the leg, so that was a good thing.
For as little as $35 a day, you and your friends can come out to Hot Shots, blow off some steam, and sling some paint at each other. For more information on pricing and location, head to hotshotsflorida.com or call the number shown on your screen. For WSRH Extra, I'm Nick Seltzer.
Lacrosse season kicked off Monday, and I heard there is a new coach.
WSRH Extra reporter Frank Canis has more on the team.
Lacrosse, a team game originally played by North American Indians in which the ball is thrown, caught, and carried with a long handle stick. The goal is to throw the ball into your opponent's goal. Today in the 21st century, lacrosse has become a well-known sport, especially in Loxahatchee at Seminole Ridge High School, where a team of young female athletes show their skills.
Yes, I'm very excited.
So with the new coach and everything, do you feel like it's going to be different in a good way?
Yeah, they're so helpful.
This year they have a new head coach. We asked Coach Camacho what made him want to become the new head coach.
Oh, the opportunity was there. It's a very interesting sport. It's one of the fastest growing sports and fastest played sports out there. Thankfully Coach Parks and Mr. Campbell gave me the opportunity to take part in this program.
Even with the same game, there are new rules. The lacrosse team is now required to wear headgear and goggles.
They're really ugly, but they're for our safety.
I hate them. They're so hideous, and they're not comfortable at all.
Well, goggles I understand. The helmet, we're the only state that's requiring them. And if U.S. Lacrosse doesn't require them, I don't understand why we have to have them. So I think it's really not necessary.
I have mixed feelings about it. The goggles, they do help a lot because you are going to take a lot of crosses to your face. But the helmets, there's a 1 in 3,000 chance of that you're going to get a concussion playing lacrosse.
The team feels the supports from all their coaches, especially from Coach Larson.
He knows that we can do better than what we think we can, so he helps us a lot that way.
After practicing day after day, the girls lacrosse team began their first game on February 9th against Olympic Heights.
To be honest, I don't even worry about the second and third game. I know we have 3 games 3 days in a row, but all we're focused on right now is Olympic Heights High School.
And the final, ladies and gentlemen, 9-3.
They went home with the victory 14-12.
That's it for this week's edition of WSRH Extra.
We leave you with this week's Ed to the Beat by Brittany Snowball and Ariana Hero.
But I can twerk.
I'm so fresh, man. Man, y'all scared to do it how I do it.